So at this point we're pretty happy and we want to bring it to the game. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna save this model with all the motion and everything. We call it Warrior Run. So this is now saved. Let's go back to the previous one that we had now, the one that had all the other motions, and let's export a .model file that can be loaded inside the game engine, inside Trinigy. So we're going to export this, and here I'm going to use the model format because that's what we want to use. Call it like Warrior Run. So here I have all the parameters, and I can add my animation right now. So now I want to add another animation from other file. So I'm going to select my file, the one that I just created, this Warrior Run, and I do open, and I just say looped animation and click on OK. On the bottom of this list I have Warrior Run. This is the animation that was created. So I can say OK, and now I can do save export. I'm gonna copy this to make sure that I can find it easy later on when I apply to, and then here we go. So now the Trinigy exporter, this is okay. The Trinigy exporter is generating the .model file, so I can now go back into my scene. I can look at entity. Here I have the .model file that I have to select, and here I have the one Warrior with Run model that I just created right now. So this is applied, and now what I want to do, I want to assign to the playable character, instead of forward animation walk, I want to use the new run that we just have downloaded. So I'm going to go there, I want to click on Warrior Run, and now basically I'm good to go. So I can click on play game, and then basically my character is now running. So you've seen as how in 10 minutes I can take my model, I can load it up on Mixamo, bake the motion in Max, and then bring it back inside the game engine. So this kind of operation normally, this kind of process normally takes at least days, because you need to have like an animator, run all the animation, keyframe, import and export, and now with Trinigy interface, the new interface of version 8 being very smooth and very accessible, very script-based as well, and with the workflow between Mixamo and 3ds Max and Trinigy, you can basically do this in a matter of minutes. So I can go into the details now of the technology, and I can show you something more. So we also know that it's kind of very important sometimes to have characters ready to do like a quick and dirty prototyping basically of your game. So this is a feature in beta that I'm going to show just very quickly, but we have basically set up also a tool inside Mixamo to create 3D characters. So complete 3D characters that can be tweaked in parameters like body shape, color, and an outfit very, very quickly. So this is the same running motion that we saw before applied on our warrior character. This is now applied to a standard human, and I can tweak very easily the parameters of body weight, and I can change the outfit, I can change how masculine versus feminine, weak versus muscular, all these parameters very easily. Now it's not super fast because it's still in beta, but I want to stress one point, that all these characters are skinned in real time. So I'm changing the mesh, but at the same time, not only I'm changing the shape, but I'm also recalculating all the skinning weights of this character. So this is done under the hood in real time in a matter of basically a few seconds. So now I change the color, I'm going to go back to the body shape, and then once this is all done, I can go back to motion, and I can still keep customizing my motion. The range of motion that we have on the website is pretty wide. We have worked with a lot of game developers, so we have all the basic animations, the basic attacks, and the basic reaction, hits, and all this kind of stuff. So you're gonna find all this on the Mixamo website. So we have now 2 more minutes left. So what I can do basically is go back into the details of our workflow. where we are reloading the skeleton of the previous animation. And this is basically how the full workflow in Max works. What I show you was just the workflow if you started from a pre-existing character. If you do not have a character, then in Max you can create a new biped. All you have to do is pose the arms so they are in the T-pose. That's what we need to retarget in real time the animation the best way. Once you create that, you can upload it on Mixamo the same way I did it, and then we can import back the motion from Mixamo into the biped system. The novelty of this that I'm showing now with respect to what I showed before is that Mixamo also works with control rig. So the biped system is a control rig where you have FK and IK combined into one system, and we can bake Mixamo animations directly into the biped. So that's the big kind of innovation, because it makes your life much easier. We still keep all the IK structure intact, and then you can decide if you want to retweak the animation and make it prettier before importing into Trinigy. This was the character that we previously created with all the skinning, and it's still, of course, tweakable in all the parameters.